the entrance to Havana Bay. Key West is 90 miles that way. The water is relatively calm here today, but it doesn't take much for huge swells to come in here and pound this waterfront.
These powerful waves crashing over the Malecon, Havana's historic waterfront, were generated by a simple cold front with a good north wind behind it. There was no hurricane close by, and it's not even raining. Conditions similar to those in October 2005 when Wilma moved through the Gulf north of the Keys. Here's storm surge specialist Michael Lowry with that story.
Brian, we remember Wilma taking a track toward Florida hundreds of miles away from here in Cuba, but those strong north winds on the backside of the storm slammed Gulf waters up against this historic waterfront. They slammed so hard that chunks of the Malecon seawall that protects Havana were torn away by huge waves that pushed water deep into the city. In the nearby fishing village of Playa Baracoa, storm surge from Wilma was even more brutal, washing away entire blocks of homes and turning streets into raging torrents of debris. The lesson here, Brian, is that tremendous storm surge damage can occur far away from the track of a hurricane.
Thanks, Michael. And just 3 years after Hurricane Wilma, Hurricane Ike raked this island from one end to the other.
On the evening of September 7th, 2008, Ike made landfall in Cuba as a powerful Category 4.
People were prepared. They knew that we have coastal inundations along the shoreline, and we had only a few casualties.
By the time Ike cleared the island on September 9th, it had left 200,000 people homeless and caused extensive damage from one end of the island to the other, but largely sparing Havana. Then, of course, Ike went on to devastate the Texas coast near Galveston, beginning 3 days later.
The last time a mega hurricane hit Havana was in 1944, during that period from the 20s to the 60s, when strong storms were common in Cuba and in Florida as well. The concern here, of course, is for these old buildings that have not been restored and what will happen to them in their weakened state the next time a big storm comes along. In Havana, Cuba, I'm Brian Norcross, the Weather Channel.